Welcome to Mimi P. LLC, where body safety and confidence are essential to mental health. I'm Mimi P. I want to talk to the fathers again today, as I talk to females and fathers all the time. But there are times I want to highlight how the influence of a mother versus a father. Fathers, I want you to understand you are more valuable in your child's life more than just a warm emotional hug of affection from them. Or you give them a warm, affectionate hug towards them. They need your input. Fathers are supposed to be considered the head of the household. And I say supposed to be because there are so many fathers that are not there in that position. I want to make no judgment. I just want to encourage. Regain your spot. No, you don't have to do some courageous activity. You don't have to dive off a diving board or give your life. Give life in education. Give life and letting them know you are there. You may not be in a home, but you're still valued. The biggest thing is to take time with your children, just you and your children, of no harmful intent, no trickery or sly. But spend time with your child to educate them, to give them a strong moral character. Somebody can depend on, somebody to know that when they open their mouth and speak, it's not a trickery or deception. Help develop a young lady's way of knowing how to discern a male's perspective or identity. A lot of fathers say, I would have never thought she would have been like that. She know how her daddy is. Why would she do that? And I look at him and I say, statistics say that girls follow after the man who their fathers are. But that's the only way they think men are supposed to be. Mama can say this and mama can say that. And old mothers, be careful of the men you choose, especially the ones you care to have a child by. But fathers, talk to your children. Talk to them about good touch, bad touch. But they need to have your individual attention. You may have 4 or 5 kids and they all playing and you can teach them all together. But then at times spend time alone and say, look, don't do this and don't do that. But Father, understand, they also have eyes and ears. They're watching you. Young lady walking down the street, they see how you Googling over her and they look to see what she wearing and catch your attention. Then you shocked 3 years later when you see what she wearing. Oh, girl. Well, you want to seem like you okay with it. And, well, that's what your mama let you wear. No, no. Father, you've taught her that's what she wear to catch a man's attention. People say, oh, well, society teaching them this and this and this. But what are you teaching them? I, too, am a mother, and I've dealt with that. But as I deal with it, I also can say, the first impression is there. It may be challenged for a time, but it'll come back. If it's there and they got it, you stay consistent. Don't be one way and then all of a sudden, years later, you're a different way. A lot of the mothers and the fathers of what was considered like even my age, the way you conducted yourself one way was stand-up character. But now there are some women my age trying to be as young as the younger children. I don't say they daughters because they're trying to be younger than the daughters. I've seen men and I'm just shocked. You're trying to be younger than your son. We have to show consistency to them. Also, we have to be able to get within the mindset of them. It's not just about teaching your daughters. What about your son? I know the man code. Please don't give your son a book of different ways he can be with a woman or tell him this is where we keep the Dirty Boys magazines. It's just for us men. You're teaching them to disrespect women. And understand, you and the guys doing that is teaching guys how to disrespect your daughter. Understand, the This is life we dealing with. Now here's your grandchildren come acting that way. And you talking about how these children raising their children. How did you raise yours? Did you teach your children to have some ethics about themselves? That every word they say don't have to be a cuss word. No, it's not about somebody telling you how to talk. It's the character in which you hold up. What do you stand for? Any and everything? And I'm talking to you, especially you fathers that are not in the home. You make an influence. You're not in the same state. Don't get to visit them. Hey, finances is hard. What's the conversations you have? Ask your daughters, what do you like? What did you eat today? Take it further and say, look, daddy, father, whatever title you carry, I want to protect you. So I got to have a few words with you. I need you to understand, like they teach safe touch in school, I need you to be able to understand if something happened, you need to come to me. Don't tell them you'll give their life. They don't want you to give your life. They want you in their life. They want to have a memory of you saying, listen here, baby girl, or listen here, daughter of mine. Sometimes when you do that, you're letting them know we are attached when you make statements like that. Big daughter, my big daughter. Help them to understand the word that even when they use, you hear it like your daughters are saying, girls will say, this is my boyfriend, he's my daddy. A boyfriend is not your daddy. A father has a certain role, and a daddy and father is never to touch their child inappropriately. Neither is a mother. She's like a mama to me. I don't understand that phrase because you don't understand what you're saying. A mother has a certain role. A mother don't touch her children inappropriately. That's crossing boundaries, and that's what you're telling your children. I don't care if you're in prison. If somebody have you talk to you, please. For some of you are not in prison now, may end up in prison. If you go, share it news. Change your vocabulary. Everywhere you walk, you're an example of something. The phrase that they got a new TV show, and I had to say something to my granddaughters because on the show it said, Daddy, he said, don't call me Daddy. Son talking to a father. He said, okay, Father. My grandchildren laughed. My granddaughters. I said, oh, no. I'm just saying that's not the way it goes. Your father has his title. Don't joke and give another man that. Even them joking. Let them know. It's sometimes a little sexual overtones there. Bring memories to people. Can you teach your daughters? You don't have to. Just tell them they're pretty. Tell them pretty, they know they're pretty. Or they don't. And they do need you to say that so they can understand what you're seeing. But let them know their bodies is very precious. It should not be that you can't use the word virgin. Teach your daughter, say, look, keep your body until that special man. And at your young age, there is no such a man. For you have still time to learn and grow and have fun. You don't have to be attached to somebody to have an identity. Don't let them see you every time you come, you got your girlfriend. That's a difference. That's make them feel like, oh, they got to share your time. Mothers, help fathers be fathers. They want to call a child from prison. Is it so rough? You have to make that choice. But is he the kind of man that want to call and say, hey, I love you, baby, to his daughter? He want to ask her what kind of conversations. Talk with him first. Say, look, I need you to help me out. I just need to do what is your right. What is your duty? Talk to her about boys. Talk to her about words that they're using, the language they use. The F word should not be coming out of a girl's mouth and a boy's mouth. Too often you hear young children saying that word, that four-letter word. They don't even know what it means. even if they know what it means. Because they think of some, TV shows is way explicit. Understand, they shouldn't be bringing it out of their mouths. For what come out your mouth, you will do. They're young. Let them enjoy being children. Be a parent and protect them. Sit down and talk to them. There's a video that I did on Facebook where there's two chairs and they're facing opposite positions. Sometimes it's hard for you to talk. Sometimes it's hard for them. But make a conversation. There is no harm still in writing letters. I don't know if the prisons still permit letters, but if they do, because I hear things are so electronic now, you can email. Ever write your daughter a letter? You don't even have to be in prison or in jail to do that. Write your child a letter that they can hold on to, even if you're not in the same state or in the same house. You can even write a letter in the same house. Identify yourself. I, your father. I, your daddy. And I have my own interpretation of why there's separate between father and daddy. Well, one thing for sure, protection is in both. Honoring them, making them feel important. Never like you like your mama. Your mother shouldn't say you like your daddy, unless it's something favorable. You chose that person. But lift them up, tell them, hey, your body is to be respected. Somebody touch you inappropriate or say things, you need to let me know. I'm not advocating violence, but some say, hey, somebody do something, punch them and this and that. That's not what I'm saying. The biggest thing is they need to let somebody know. They need to try to push people away. You need to let them yell for help and tell as soon as they can. And then don't just tell them to go tell somebody else. What are you going to do to protect them? Where are you going to stand? Especially when it's family. Family should understand I'm watching over mine. But understand too, everybody talking about the daughters. But let's think about our sons. Your sons are under attack by a family member that has a desire that is not correct, is evil. I call it as it truly is, evil and wicked. They disrupting your child's mind away from you. Mothers, they're taking control before you have a chance to really get into them. You got to start. You got to let them know. You got to spend time. I know the siblings are playing together. That's their time. Let them have it. But it doesn't substitute the time you need to. I know you're working long hours. Pick out a day that's the conversation y'all going to have. I'm saying, I'm the author, Me, of My Body is a Sacrifice. And the parental and guidebook to My Body is a Sacrifice. Get the book. Have the children read it. There's 3 parts in this session. Talk about it. Discuss with your children what is required of clothing. And parents, you have to understand what is the clothing saying to someone else. Why does your daughter need to wear a bikini? Yes, it's your decision. But what does a man look at a girl seeing in a bikini? Remember now, although your interpretation is innocence, somebody isn't. Understand how quickly a bikini bottom can come down and come back up. Takes more time with a full swimsuit. Pay attention to how your children are beginning to walk, be it male or female. Pay attention to how tight your son's pants wants to be in the front or the pants hanging down. Do you know that the men wearing their pants hanging down was first? It wasn't just what crisscrossed the young group that came up with it. Somebody had them do that as an interpretation of how men will wear their pants as a signal in prison. I can't believe it's going on this long. When the meaning came out years ago, over 30 years ago, and still they walking around like that. And no longer is it that they just you see the underwear. Some of them, the undergarments is hanging down. You sending an indication of what? Because when you go to run, now you can't run as fast as you want to run because you got to hold the pants up. Young ladies, when you walk and you talking about you don't want nobody to look at you, then why you got them tight pants on? Why you got your blouse exhibiting your breasts if you don't want nobody to be looking at them? Isn't that the purpose you wear? Fathers, these are things you need to talk to your children about. They watching you drink. They watching you get high. And you know how that high makes you feel on your brain. Why are you letting a child feel that at such a young age when you talking about you can't get them to do nothing? Or they slow. When you tell them to do something, they move slow. Well, you just gave them a contact high. No, I don't know what it is like. I don't want to know. But I know the development of the brain is a major thing. How your child gonna come and learn how to have discernment when you filling them up to all they want to do is relax all the time? Go to play football, you can't because you're high and now you didn't catch the ball. Don't let sports be the major thing that connects you and your children. Don't let it be the acting class that connects you. Cheer them on at home in privacy. Let me see what you're doing. Be involved in their grades. Be involved in just having a simple conversation. What happened today that made you laugh? What happened today that made you sad? We got to teach our children. We want to blame the schools for the children not getting the education. And they are highly accountable. But you are the first educator, an example they have. It starts in the home. I'm the author, Mimi P., saying let's keep our children safe. Let's give them confidence of their body. What is wrong with using the word virgin? And if a young child has been molested or even raped, help them to understand they still pure, but that was an act of violence towards them. Let's make them feel proud, not just our daughters. Let's help them to feel some confidence in how they carry themselves. Let's tell our sons, let's quit making it so easy for people we thought cared enough not to hurt them to hurt them. And let's explain to them that they see things as weird looking, that they should tell and you can explain it to them. And let's not be so quick to discount them as misunderstandings. If you love your child, you'll teach your child how to be safe and how to live and have a strong mind. All alcoholics, all drug users, and all those who misuse their body are not victims of sexual assault as a child, but many are. And it goes both ways, female on female, male on male. I'm saying, look, let's have our children enjoy their life. Let's give them a childhood that they can be happy and delighted. And if they injured, take them to get healing. Set up roadblocks. Protect them. Don't give your life. They just want you to help them live life and live it safely. I'm the author, Mimi P., where body safety and confidence are essential to mental health. Thank you.